kif wetkom għan tkellmu ukoll fuq iċ-ċikkolata llum. Naturalment, ċikkolata tintrabat ftit ukoll mal-festa ta' San Valentinu, jgħidu li għandha wkoll proprjetajiet afrodiżjaċi, sa nkunu nafu ftit aħjar, għax niltaqgħu ma' Lejla Ġuħa. Welcome on the show. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for
Lejla
having me.
is a health and happiness coach. I like that. Health and happiness. Good. It's linked to food, is it?
It's holistic, so
Right.
there is the food element, and then it's teaching people how to balance other aspects of their life, so they feel happy and complete.
Right. And apart
Yeah.
from that, you're a masseuse as well, so
Yes,
you can take
I
care
am.
of the physical apart from the spiritual as well.
Absolutely, exactly.
Let's talk more about the physical today, because we're talking about actually one of my favorite words in the English language. I honestly like the sound of the word chocolate. It's got this crunchy, smooth, almost sensual sound to it, chocolate. The French call it chocolat. I mean, enough said. I mean, I would just enjoy that.
I agree.
Now, there's chocolate and chocolate. Yeah? So let's talk about the real chocolate and then maybe explain the difference, especially between the real chocolate and the one we buy in our supermarket or confectionery.
Okay, so raw cacao is the true chocolate in its
Yeah.
purest form. It's the #1 longevity food in the world.
Longevity.
Yes. One of the longest living women who lived to 122, a French lady, used to say that her secret to living so long was eating 2.5 pounds of bitter dark chocolate a week, which is literally over a kilo a week of chocolate.
Of chocolate a week. And she
Yes.
lived,
To
to tell the tale,
122.
at 122. I see. But she didn't get that from the supermarket, did she?
No, this is
Right.
good quality dark
Proper.
chocolate, which is very different to the processed chocolate that we find, which is basically raw cacao that's been roasted or heated at high temperatures. And unfortunately, the nutrient content of the cacao is then reduced.
Right.
So
And then
in its purest form,
Milk comes in and sweeteners and sugar. and
milk,
all that.
additives, exactly. Whereas cacao in its purest form, whether it's nibs, powder, butter,
Right.
that has a wealth of health benefits for us.
So in essence, when we talk about chocolate in terms of health benefits, we're talking about this proper chocolate.
Yes.
Forget about whatever we buy at the confectioner or the sweet shop.
Exactly.
That is not the chocolate we're talking about. We're talking about
Exactly.
proper chocolate. What does it taste like?
Well, it can be a lot more bitter tasting than, chocolate that's
Right.
been heated and all these sugars and things have been added to it. So it's completely different. But when you know how to work with it, it's actually a delight. Making a hot chocolate with coconut milk and cacao and a bit of honey is divine. And it's, they refer to chocolate as an aphrodisiac.
Is that true?
It is because they contain neurotransmitters, the cacao beans, that are responsible for that feel-good feeling that we get, the good mood, the bliss. Phenylethylamine, for example, which is known as a love molecule.
Right.
When we fall in love, that's what our body
I
produces.
see.
And chocolate has that, or the raw cacao
I'm
contains
suddenly a bit concerned
that.
for the lady you mentioned eating a kilo of chocolate.
She was loved up all the
I
time,
mean,
probably.
she must have really been feeling good. Where does chocolate originate? How does the story start?
So, as far as we know, it grows on the evergreen tree, which is native to the tropical regions of the Americas. That's where we
Okay.
think it's originated from. And basically, the pod is what grows on the trunk of the tree, and inside the pod is where you find the seeds or the cacao beans.
Okay, looking a little bit like coffee beans, would they, or?
Sort of,
Yeah.
yes. They have a sort of white coating, and then the pod is sort of a long pod shape,
Right,
basically,
okay,
on
of
the
course.
tree. And they sort of extract that, and then, it's not heated at high temperatures. It's kept in its purest form as a powder,
I see.
as the beans, the nibs, and you can do so much with that.
Like?
Well, I mean, you can do chocolate mousse, you can put it in your smoothies, you can put it on your cereal or, your morning porridge and sprinkle that over your fruit with some nuts and seeds so you get all that healthy fat and all the other benefits like the minerals. And they do so much for our bodies that, a little bit in moderation, even a small amount of cacao every day would be great.
So one can literally incorporate cacao, as you call it,
Yes.
we're talking about chocolate, but
Yes,
in one's daily menu, if you
yes,
like.
absolutely.
So
I use it
starting
quite
from
a lot.
breakfast. I see. And where's the bad news? There must be some bad news, no? Because everything that tastes good.
Well, I mean,
Seems
everything
to have
should
some
be
bad
eaten in
news.
moderation, but actually, as far as research shows, there aren't really any really negative things with regards to raw cacao. There are only good things. You know, magnesium, it helps regulate blood sugar. It aids in weight loss, eaten in moderation
Are you
because
serious?
of the coumarin content. It helps against tooth decay because of theobromine. You know, literally the Latin name for cacao is theobroma, which translates to food of the gods. And that's really how it was seen back in the day.
Wow.
It was used as a currency. It was used for food and medicinal
So it's got a
purposes.
long history
So it's
in,
got a
in
long
our
history.
civilization.
Absolutely.
I see.
The Mexicans, you know, have a long history with it. The Mayans, it was taken across to Europe, and you know, so it evolved and evolved, and nothing but good things behind.
I'm curious, where does one get it? Where does one buy it? You need to look for a health shop or...
A health shop is definitely the way to go. Maybe a supermarket that has a specialty section may stock it. You can buy it online, and often it's you know, cheaper to buy it in bulk, in 500
and
grams
you
or
need
a
to seal it
kilo.
in any tight
Yes,
conditions, maybe?
you can either keep it in the pack that it comes in, or put it into an airtight jar and store it in the fridge. Most
see.
superfoods
Okay.
and things like that need to be stored.
And does it come in different flavors? I mean, different characteristics depending on origin, or not really? It's pretty much...
As far as I'm aware, it's just as it is. It's extracted from the pod and turned into powder or nibs or the cacao butter.
So you can actually just eat it raw. There's no
Yes.
preparation needed.
No, not at all. I mean, I add it into brownie recipes where I sweeten them with dates. I make the hot chocolate that I mentioned with coconut
That hot
milk.
chocolate sounds...
It's so
yeah.
easy and so good.
Right.
It's like the movie Chocolat, where they make that really
Yeah,
thick,
Juliette
nice
Binoche.
chocolate.
I mean,
Yes.
that's quite a... Yeah, that's a...
Who can't love
That's a-
chocolate when they watch her
Exactly.
on screen?
And this is
and-
something which I can't understand. There are people who actually can resist this.
Yes.
Still.
Yes, but I think if they haven't tried raw cacao in all its beauty,
haven't yet.
then they haven't really sort of tried to make an informed decision if they like chocolate.
I like you. I think we should meet more often. Maybe have another opportunity here as well,
Great.
because
Great.
we need to talk about this product, chocolate, which
Great.
has plenty of misconceptions, I think, and we
Absolutely.
need to address them and enjoy them, and then enjoy, of course, the beauty of chocolate.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Leila.
Thank you for having me.
Look forward to
Thank
seeing you
you.
again.
Thank you.
In the meantime, dej ix-xef jien. Jiena nimxi bil-riħa bħal-issa, għati ġifiri ġawek ġejja riħat fuq. U ħandu, sewa ħnibda, u x'nisaddu għani bieċa, sanna u daċi fiex wasanna.
Eddinu, le bil-qalb.
Fenek għadu?
Le, għadu nejk.
Ifem, mux għasadda jgħant.
Għanet majjen jew titmajnt? Taħraq? Għat isir.
Grazzi, eh?
Rajt,
Le, apprezzajt.
Jien ma ħassejt xej.
Pero tajjeb. Ixtlin mo. Pero tajjeb. Dik il-prinjol fieħ,
nice.
U di tal-buzbis. Ġawrin.
Le, dan huwa il-basta tal-buzbiż, għandek il-weraq. Le, dak taqtaw?
Dak isuwa.
Eżat, proset dak. Dak,
Lilu.
sajries.
Mis sajru.
L-olive oil, mbagħad titfalu l-pajnat, it-tostjati, titfalu l-passolina, u tħalli tek bil-mod,
L-effetti tal-ħagġeb, eh?
tal-ġen. Issa.
Issa, il-fenek.
In the meantime, etna l-patata sempliċi ħafna ġifiri, il-maw melħ, dik li ħanamluha crushed. Ġifiri, mux meshed, crushed.
Ekk il-ħobbajn.
Alright? U ħanamluha taħt il-fenek. Li ħanżit maħħa mbagħad naqra. Naqra sage.
All right. Salvia.
Salvia. Ftit rosemary, zaħir.
Le,
għadna
d-dej.
U xur tal-lumi. Maħħa, u jati.
Ma dat ħatim liħ il-fenek.
Issa, il-fenek, għawnek, mela, għanna id-dar tal-fenek, le?
Ekku.
Is-sedil li najdulu.
Is-sedil.
Issa, li ħanamlu huwa, perżut tal-koxxa. Issa, onestament, tajd li tħirex xi waħda minn tiegħek. Le. Dan huwa perżut minn majjal ir-rabat. Fil-rabat. Ħanajdlek, issa, alright, jismokjaw mhux ġor rabat, jismokjaw il-mosta. Le, għax nafu li huwa majjal minn razzett tal-rabat. Bis-serjetà kollha. Il-ġbejniet.
Sajja qatt ma doqt biċċa. Perżut tal-majjal mill-rabat.
Mela.
Għandu għal darba.
Da perżut tal-koxxa, dak ngħidulu bil-għaqal. Right? Issa, għanna l-ġbejniet li diġa doqt. Ġviri, t-profa ġdu oħra, għax ħan ikxfek, ġviri.
Mir-rabat ukoll?
Iva.
Ukoll?
Ejno. Għanna l-provi.
Mir-rabat.
Għanna l-provi.
Pero, da ma jgħal tajjeb ħafna ġviri. Amma bil-qat ma doqt li l-ek ma nafx jissan.
Le.
Konna fit-toma tal-rabat.
Jien minix mir-rabat, ġviri.
Jerġa, użgħux, minn Sanġilen.
Eżat.
Imma dil-ġbejna.
Mela,
Tija ta' veru.
Mela tfajna dal-ġbejniet, il-persut tal-koxxa, ħanalqu l-fenek. Alright. U li ħanamel, sajna ġa tajtu naqa seasoning fuq barra.
Sewa.
Għandi l-ispak.
Dawk is-sigli li tagħhom.
Eżatt. Għandi l-ispak.
Ħajtorbtu.
U ħanorbtu. Dan huwa fenek, pratikament fenek sħiħ.
Ekku, issa ħajkollok ovvjament it-toma minn ġewwa
Tal-persut tal-koxxa u l-ġbejniet.
U l-ġbejniet ħajnħallu nimmaġnawx.
Le, ma jinħallux, għaxu mumiex il-friski. Ma għadraj, għajibqaw emmek. Jirtabu imma jibqaw emmek.
Ma t-tinserta bicċa li koll bicċa ġbejna.
ħat ikoll il-ġbejna fija, eżatt.
Saħsib li għalija dik,
ħanorbtu,
saħsib li għalija dik.
u ħan nitfaw il-forn sempliċi.
Nażek,
Naqa żejt ta' żebbuġa.
froxxa fuq u hekk. Diż-żejt ta' żebbuġa, ma dina f'kollox titfaħ żejt ta' żebbuġa.
Iva. Ma jeżisti żejt.
Intom, ħajt intom ix-xefs, Italjani kollha, spruzzatina.
Xirrimni, se tuża żejt ieħor biex tagħti it-toma. Ħatuża żejt minn da joħroġ mill-fjuri,
Le, għandna kokorator ta' klir,
ma.
Għawa, zannu tal-lemin u kol. Imma somma, s-sadaw da xeġ, darba n-sajru.
Ma smajt xejn.
Għaddi minix impressionati, għaddi nduqo dal-kokorator.
Jina li coconut malja, rix u bambu, ekka li coconut.
Tixrot minnu.
Xej biex noffendu l-kler, taġi.
Għanħalik taħdem, xanna bżon nissa.
Dan ħajmur il-fornu,
Trattament interessanti ta' burgers. Xejn da' xejn. Isma' Dolf, għajli da' xejn xlikta ħagġa li jkollok fil-kultura tal-hard rock cafe.
100% l-esperjenza. L-esperjenza li għedem grupp maħbib, tiħu l-ambjent, tiħu l-mużika fil-background tijak, etnaqar l-ikel, favorit tijak, pratikament. Kollox ma kollox, l-esperjenza li tekkumbina kollox.
Stil Amerikanu kol, speċjalment stil Amerikan tal-ikel ekku, li verament casual. Naf li saw xi kambjamenti l-aħħar kol fuq il-menju, xek.
Pratikament li għamilna huwa żammejna dawk il-klassiċi li l-Maltini hobbu. Ġviri, il-dishes popolari, eżempju, nħobb nsemmijina l-spring rolls, zammejnijom. Pero wkoll ġibna items ġodda fuq il-menu li għedin popolari ħafna fl-Europa u f'postijiet oħra, kafejz oħra, u introduċejnijom fis-suq Malti.
Miktar xtaqs.
Eżattament.
U parti minn hekk ukoll anke minn forsi bati problema dietetika, forsi ma jistax gluten u forsi affarijiet oħra. Għandkom ukoll dishes apposta għalek ukoll.
L-options żdiedu, però dejjem nirrakkomanda li s-servers tagħna huma trenjati biex jigwidaw il-persuna jew l-oħra. Kull ma jdu jagħmlu jinformaw lis-server kondizzjoni jew xewqa tagħhom u ma jkun jistgħu jigwidawhom.
Biex jigwidawhom aħjar isma' dik aħjar le u dik aħjar dik tisseħħa. Jiena ma nsaqsi l-ħadd għax sissa l-inqas bejna ma mbatib xejn. Dik ġejja. Komplu nitkellmu mal-mistiedna illi għandna llum għandna Claire Juice. Claire, konna nitkellmu ftit l-ewwel fuq ħafna affarijiet u fuq l-istil tal-ikel li tħobb. Tkellimna wkoll fuq coconut oil li għadna għabbatna
Għadu l-kok mhux konvint, issa
maħniex ħadd
ma tinkwitax ta' ndawru il-Chris b'xi mod.
Issa ġejja festa ta' San Valentino, pereżempju, issa tiġi tgħid li naħa ħadd tipprepara ikla romantika u toqgħod tgħid mela għandi fiha tant kaloriji. Le, jiena mhux bil-kaloriji nimxi, jien nimxi bl-ingredienti li nħobbi ġifieri irid nagħmel ikla sew, jiena l-affarijiet li bdiet tajt il-mistiedna li kellek ħadd piċir nismagħha. Għax l nett iċ-ċikolata hija waħda mill-ingredienti favoriti tiegħi li jien nieħu kuljum.
Imma nieħoda kif qalet il-cocoa nibs nieħu jien, il-100% dark chocolate. Ikunu isom nibs żgħar, tista' tieħodha jekk trid tkun tixtriha speċi sħiħa, imma jiena in-nibs insibhom komdi għax jiena bħalma qalet hija eżatt nagħmel fil-breakfast tiegħi filgħodu jew inkella fl-smoothie ta' filgħodu. Jien dik li għadni ma wasalx għalija minħabba l-ħin, kif naqbad daw l-ingredienti u nagħmel ir-riċetti bihom. Hemm irrid nasal.
Kompli segwi
Fimt? U vera,
ħafna minn dawn l-informazzjoni. Dawn affarijiet li daw available daw din maħna. Issa veru li available ma għaw minnu bat eżibber ma daw minn jaf kemm jiswew għaw kunu għaxi għalin.
Inti fil-fazza sejta tila xinu zvantaġġ tagħhom. Għal ħafna nies anke meta jien nitkellem ma' nies hekk meta inti tażel l-għażla tiegħek tal-ħaxix tajt ħammu nixtri organik, ħanieħu irrid nixtri l-ħaxix organik. Iva. Imma mbagħad jiena nħares lejha b'dal mod, jien m'għandix spejjeż ta' sigaretti, m'għandix spejjeż ta' xorb, ma noħroġx u nixrob kull ġimgħa, allura għandi dak it-tip ta' spejjeż, aggressja Alla sissa m'għandix spejjeż ta' mediċini. Allura jiena dak narah investiment għalija jiena l-flus hemm fuqhom fl-ikel tajjeb.
Meta toqgħod xi ħaġa naħna nitfgħu ġo fina.
Mhux hekk.
Vera meta toqgħod qisha ġifieri tinsa għandi għaktit Nikolek, jew issa il-ġuħ. Diħa titħol ġo fija.
Imma jien mhux qed innessielek, anzi jien qed ngħidlek illi qed nagħmel l-għażla li minflok il-flus nonfoqhom hawn. Nonfoqhom hawn. Fim ġifieri għall-għażla tiegħek.
Għadaw sigaretti u
kollok iżjed flus pereżempju biex.
Xi riċetta tiegħek hekk, ġifieri jew forsi pjatta forta tiegħek tajtina issa ħanoħroġ ta' jew ħanoħob jiġri nagħmlu.
Ara aktar mill-riċetti għax jiena ma nistax inħaqqaha la ma Chris u laqas ma' chefs il-bravi li jikkreaw riċetti. Però jiena li nagħmel sibda dan il-prinċipju li ta' kuljum naf li għandi bżonn nikol ċertu ikliet, ċertu ingredienti. Mela, jien skoprejt dil-blender li jiżima Nutribullet. Tajjeb, li fija fil-ħodu nitfa dak kollu li għandi bżonn, li rrid nikol biex almenu ngħid dawk li għandi bżonn, il-vitaminu l-affarijiet kollha li għandi bżonn, jiena ħadthom kull fil-ħodu. Mela, x'nitfala? Nitfala biċċa lummija, biċċa ginger, bipolin. Bipolin huwa ġej minn extract tal-naħla. Eżatt. Le, tajjeb ħafna l-minu bati ċertu allerġiji. U kull ma tagħmel again ikun ftit sprinkles, titfajk. Tista' jekk it-tomu waħdu ġej mill-lasel. Jiġifieri, ma mhux daqshekk ħelu daqs l-asel, huwa ħarir aktar morr. Bħal ċikkulata, nitfa' l-cocoa nibs, nitfa' l-goji berries, daw is-superfoods li qed nitkellmu fihom. Namel pon jew spinaċi, jew kale, jew chard. Iva, tiskanta nofs banana per eżempju. Mela jiena Le, għax inti ma tistax.
Ma nġi għandek daħna mill-li ġifieri.
Namilulek kull fil-ħodu, ftit oats, mhux biċċajt qed ngħidlek immur biħax-xogħol.